Dear students, today I am going to start Unit 3 Community Ecology. In this, you are going to study some concepts of community ecology. Today I am going to explain you about the concepts community, community structure, ecological stratification, ecotone and edge effect. What is community ecology? So, before going to understand community ecology, community. So, in ecology, community can be defined as natural assemblage of plants and animals and microorganisms inhabiting in a given habitat. So, you may see in this picture, this is a grassland and you will see the grassland community. So, there are grasses are the dominant species, and here and there you will see some tree species also. Then you will find birds, you will find insects, you will find herbivores, you may see some carnivores also. So, all these together they are inhabiting the grassland habitat, they are the grassland communities. Community ecology is the study of the organization and functioning of communities in a habitat. It represents an interacting population of all species living in a habitat at a particular time. So, see in this is in marine habitat, and you will find in this the marine habitat there are corals, there are echinoderms, and you will find coelentrates, and all these they interact with each other, and this is what you can see the marine community. So, all living organisms of a community live together, share same habitat, they influence each other directly or indirectly. So, all these there is a type of interactions you have studied, the food chains and the energy flow in the ecosystem. So, there is a type of interactions you will able to find in these in between or relationships like mutualism, commensalism, all these in between the species of the community. So, community structure. Kendall in 1974 divided the biotic communities into two types: major community, a large self-sustaining, self-regulating independent unit. For example, pond community. Here I have showed a forest community, coral reef community, you will see here coral reef community. So, it is a major community. Self-sustaining means you can see there is a interactions you will find among the members of the community, and they form the major habitat. So, this is what you can see, major community, it is a self-sustaining. So, it is not depend on other habitat, the communities of the other habitat. So, the communities within this the habitat, they are self-sustaining and self-regulating and independent unit, you can see. So, forest community. Then minor community, a smaller community which is not self-sustaining, depend on other communities. For example, within an ecosystem, you can see the fish community in a pond, it is depending on other communities, so that is of the pond. So, that is why it is a minor community. So, major community comprises many minor communities. Okay. Similarly, in these are the oyster community, what you see in the marine habitat. So, the marine community is the major community. Within that, you can see the oyster community, coral community, fish community, like that you can see. So, those are minor communities, smaller community which is not self-sustaining. Community characteristics or attributes. So, community in an ecosystem showing these characteristics or attributes. species diversity. A biotic community has producers, consumer and decomposer. You know that already. Within these species diversity, some population exert more influence than others in the community because they share a higher percentage of the energy flow. So, you will find species diversity in an ecosystem. Any major community, for example, it may be forest, there may be species diversity. So, some species they are more in number in terms of their species diversity and also in their terms of their population. So, this is what you can see, the species diversity existed in a community. Then growth and structure. Community is described in terms of growth forms. Example is the general appearance of a plant or a animal which is directly influenced by the environmental factors. So, the growth of a animal or a plant, all these depend on the you can see the depending on the environmental factors. So, a community has a growth and a structure. Dominance you will find in a community. In each community, one or few species dominate either in number or physical characteristic or both over other species. For example, if you they are called ecological dominants. If you go to Mandgate forest, where you can see the herbivore community, where you can see the deers may dominate in numbers, but in the you know, the elephants may dominate. Similarly, the plant community, you will find teakwood trees dominate the landscape. So, this is what you can see, dominance. Successions. Succession is very important in development of the community. Community develops as a result of directional changes in it with time. So, you are going to study more about this ecological succession later. So, there is any community, major community, if you see, it is in a stage of succession. So, it may be in the stage of the final succession, or else intermediate succession, or else basal level of succession. So, that is what you can see, that is the characteristic of the community. Trophic levels. Definite trophic structure you will find in the community. There are three broad trophic levels in a community, which are producers, consumers and decomposers. In a particular pattern they appear. So, they form different types of food chains and all this you have studied. Community periodicity. So, you will find seasonal periodicity and diel periodicity of communities. Some animals are nocturnal, they dominate during night. Some animals are diurnal, they dominate in the daytime. Similarly, in the plant community also, some are blooming during night, some blooming during daytime. So, their activities also. Similarly, seasonal activities, some insect species you will find during during summer season, some you will find in the winter season. So, you will find there is a seasonality. So, this is called community periodicity. Stratification of community. So, communities are not distributed uniformly all over the habitat. In some regions you will find concentration of the communities, and some regions you can see they are lesser in number. So, you will find stratification. So that is what you have studied already. Any major community, marine community, they stratified vertically, horizontally into several zones. Even the forest vertically divided into several you will find stratifications you will find. Community interdependence. Communities in an ecosystem interact each other and also they are interdependent on each other. Then ecological stratification you have studied already. There is a definite pattern of spatial arrangements of communities in an ecosystem. This is called ecological stratification. Stratification results from unequal distribution of organisms in an ecosystem. Variations in the microhabitat contributes greatly to the stratification of communities in an ecosystem. Strata or zone occupied by different plant and animal communities. You have seen you can see the stratification may be horizontal or vertical and differs in aquatic and terrestrial habitat. Example, lentic community horizontally stratified into littoral community and limnetic community. So, vertically they are stratified into, for example, in a pond, vertically stratified into limnetic and profundal communities. So, in limnetic you will find some producers, those are absent in the profundal zone, there is a total darkness. Similarly, you will find littoral community different from limnetic community, that is the horizontal stratification you will find in the lentic ecosystem. Similarly, you will find the marine, I have discussed already how marine ecosystem is stratified horizontally and vertically. Vertical stratification in tropical rainforest I have showed here. So, you have studied already, just I reminding you how it is stratified 3 to 5 zones or stories. Here sunlight is the main cause behind the development of vertical stratification both in tropical ecosystem or grassland ecosystem or else in marine ecosystem. Vertical stratification depend on the sunlight penetration. So, spatial distribution of individuals within a population, 3 types. There may be clumped, grouped distribution, or else uniform, or else even distribution, or random dispersion. This clump distribution or clustered, this is because of the resources, the unequal distribution of resources of the environment. So, the random distribution you will find this is typical to species, the individually they do not interact strongly, that is why you can see they are random distribution you can see. Then uniform distribution, where you can see the resources are distributed uniformly, so that you can see such you will find in the water or else in the desert, uniform distribution of community. Next, the concept is ecotone and edge effect. Ecotone is a transitory zone between 2 adjacent communities. So, it is a transitory zone. For example, one major community or else for example, marine ecosystem, it is you can see there is not a strict boundary like that, you can see it is overlap with the terrestrial community in the region that is called seashore. Similarly, the forest is you can see the it is not going to abruptly going to end. It is you can see there is a transitory zone, overlapping zone with the grassland with the desert, there is a overlapping zone. This overlapping zone or transitory zone is called ecotone. Here I showed here, this is the one major overlapping major community, another major community, they overlap here, you know. So, this is, so the ecotone having condition, this is called ecotone. This ecotone having a condition, it is intermediate between overlapping. So, you will find the condition of here there is a unique condition as well as overlapping communities. So, seashore you will find there is a wave action as well as sometimes there is no waves. So, it is just like a terrestrial habitat. So, this is what you will find. So, the condition intermediate between overlapping communities. So, ecotone contains organisms from both the overlapping communities and its own characteristic communities. So, that is what you can see here 3 species, here 3 species and here there are 9 species, because so this ecotone comprises the species of this overlap, this community and community of our major ecosystem, the A ecosystem and the B ecosystem, both overlap here, both the species are present as well as the some species they are specific to this ecotone. So, together you can see the rich biodiversity. So, this is what you will find. This is called edge effect, where 2 ecosystems overlap. The overlapping area supports species from the both and also the species those are found in the overlapping area. So, and also its own species, together it is rich in biodiversity. This effect is called edge effect. Edge effect refers to the changes in the population or community structure that occur at ecotone. The organisms which occur abundantly in the ecotone called edge species. These species of the ecotone called edge species. What are the characteristics of the ecotone, or the why there is a edge effect? Ecotone, the regions where the edges of two ecosystems overlap, contain a greater diversity of species than either two separate ecosystem. So, this is the shore area. This is rich in biodiversity when compared to the marine or else terrestrial. In this region, this is rich biodiversity. Similarly, the edge of the forest. So, this is an ecotone. It is when compared to this and this grassland, this is rich in biodiversity. This is called edge effect, because abiotic factors, air, temperature, humidity, soil, etc., they vary greatly in these edges or else in the ecotone. So, it is it creates a favorable microclimate which support its own unique species and also overlapping communities. Increased availability of the light, so that also support greater diversity of plants and increased productivity in the ecotone that you see in between forest and grassland. Increased plant diversity in turn increases herbivore insects and increase bird community. So, ultimately predators. So, all these are rich here in this ecotone. Ecotone acts as an energy net, trapping higher amount of nutrients and energy. So, when compared to the adjacent ecosystem. So, the adjacent ecosystems are connected through energy flow, food chains that affect the increased productivity in the ecotone. That is what edge effect. So, ecotone is a zone, is a junction between two major biomes or two diverse. So, this is a land and this is an aquatic. So, this is a transitory zone, you will find this is ecotone. So, example is the mangrove forest that represent ecotone between marine and terrestrial. So, then the grassland, it between the forest and the desert. So, then the estuary. So, the estuary between freshwater and saltwater. So, the river bank, all these are example for ecotone. Marshland. So, the edge species that are concentrated in ecotone. So, example, the marsh region where you can see rich in shrimps, crabs and juvenile fin fishes and birds. Most of the time this marshy area is the breeding ground for many the land communities as well as the aquatic communities. Similarly, estuary is the breeding ground for many riverine communities and marine animals. So, thereby it is rich in biodiversity. Similarly, forest edge is the home for many birds, insects and mammals. Many birds live in the ecotone, depend on forest trees for nesting and the grassland for their hunting ground. So, this is what you can see. These species are called edge species. So, the importance is the human activity in this ecotone is not permitted, because the ecotone, it is a fragile ecosystem rich in biodiversity. If it is get fragmented, then by roads or by the power lines and all other things and all human constructions and all, it affects severely to the species richness of this habitat, and also it is connected to the overlapping habitats. It is affecting so this is what you can see, it is constructing a road in this edge of the forest or edge of the grassland is not advisable, because of we are disturbing too much the rich biodiversity region. Thank you.